IQVIA was one of ERT's largest customers. So if 50% of the ECOA business is CRO, I bet 50% of that business is IQVIA. And so even if all they do is just replace what they were already paying ERT for, then it probably would be worth it for them.
So you said ERT was the preferred provider to IQVIA, and then IQVIA was white labeling ERT to pharma companies?
Yep. In some cases, it was very apparent. They would just say, our preferred or our ECOA provider is ERT. Here you go. This is the line item for it. But
how big is the IQVIA relationship for an ERT? Is that are we talking a small amount anyway, or is that something which is material to the business?
Oh, it's very material to the business, and in fact, the woman who's been the representative, I'll say business development, but really, I mean, she was just a relationship manager between ERT and IQVIA. She just left because she said she had 5 years of doing very, very well, but her last 3 quarters have been like commission free. So, I think it's already impacting their business.
And in terms of, so my perspective was that CROs had probably a very small chunk of the total ECOA business overall, either because they are outsourcing their own ECOA piece to specialist provider like ERT. Do you think they are gaining share at the moment with their own developed products?
Do I think IQVIA is gaining share?
Yeah, for example, or Parexel or PPE, the guys which have their own product, or Medidata with their Rave stuff.
I think so. I mean, I see that it's IQVIA and probably Parexel and maybe even Worldwide to some extent. They are trying to put out, and BioClinica, they're trying to put out some information to the market that says, hey, look at us. We have some scientific expertise in the psychometric market, so you should be talking to us about not necessarily ECOA, but consulting around how to select your instruments, how to, select a provider. And so I think they're all trying to set themselves up for that.
So it's a change over the last 12 months probably then.
I think so. I think the market is definitely shifting. And, hopefully some of it's because of BYOD, but I think there's the ability for somebody to come in. And I did think for a while that metadata was gonna kind of toss their hat in the ring, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know, but for a while I felt like metadata was trying to come in, and the opportunity that somebody like metadata would have is they don't have currently running trials on old platforms using old devices that are kind of hindering them from the ability to,
to innovate.
Do exactly.
Okay, so probably the ECOA space is shifting faster than what I thought in terms of being a strategic stuff for CROs and CROs trying to get direct in this market rather than to outsource to specialist providers.
I think so.
Okay, that's a good insight. Anything else we didn't cover in terms of dynamic of the market, of the business?
I don't think so, and I'm sure you have a grasp on the culture, right? I mean, Nordic. When Genstar owned DRT, their intention was always to get out. That's what private equity does, and Nordic has the same intention, but they're going to have to squeeze even more margin out because they bought ERT for a lot more than Genstar did, and so I think there's a lot of focus on, lean approach, and they had a guy in there for a while who came from GE who was actually a Toyota guy, totally focused on lean manufacturing, and so they apply that approach to everything, project management, call center, those sorts of things. So they are trying really hard to drive a machine that's lean, and that's how